I don't even know if the sheet was working. Hold on, give me 1 second. What's going on, team? Testing, testing, testing. Perfect. Alright. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Hope you guys have had a great trading day as well. You know, a lot of good information in this morning's stream, guys. A lot of trades we were able to stay away from that ended up hitting stop loss if we would have gotten in. A lot of pairs that were just moving sideways for the rest of the day. That we would have been in those trades just sitting there with our hands tied. So once again, you know, I say this every single stream. You know, we do the same thing every single day, Monday through Friday. Um, you know, we talk about the same things, we go over the same patterns, we go over the same market structure. It's all the same thing, right? What's different is, you know, what could be different is the mentality that you wake up with, right? If you're ready to make a mistake, then you're gonna make that mistake and you know, just mess up your trading days. But if you go in on trading like a robot with, you know, I'm not gonna say no emotions, but if you sit there level headed and you just wait for the right opportunity to take a trade, that'll be the best thing you'll do as a trader, right? Um, we'll give everybody a few minutes here to join up. We'll start at 6:35. I'll give everybody 3 minutes to go ahead and join, and then you know we'll go in order. The pairs we'll go over in today are gonna be the ones that you see with the red flags next to them. It's gonna be AU, EA, ECAD, EU, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USDZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and oil. We're pretty much gonna go over just the daily time frame, where we're at in the daily time frame, what we could be looking for, and then gonna go over the 30-minute time frame, look at market structure, update our 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows, and again just pretty much talk about what we could be expecting for tomorrow's trading session. Should be a pretty quick session, shouldn't take longer than 45 minutes to an hour. Any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know whether or not they're on our list. If they're not on our list, we'll do it at the end of the stream. If it is a pair on our list, again, we go in order from the top to the bottom, so we'll get to it when we get to it. If you guys have any questions about anything that we're talking about, any examples, any explanations you guys want me to give or do, let me know, and we'll go on from there, guys. Just tweeted out the link, just put it in the Discord as well, so everything should be good to go. Alright, 6:35. We'll get started. Again, any questions, guys, let me know. Social media is so fried. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so let's start off with AU. So AU daily time frame. And again, we're going to do this with every single pair, right? Every single pair, we're pretty much going to be looking at it the exact same way. So AU, we know we're in A2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third push to the bottom. We have no continuations in the daily time frame. Again, no continuations in the 4 hour. We know we're reaching our 4 hour high, and we also know that we're reaching a 4 hour point of interest, which is whenever price was trending up, higher high, higher low, higher high, we had the lower low. All of this is part of the same trend, right? What was the last green candle before the push down to the bottom, which was up here? Last green candle before the push back down all the way to the bottom. So we know that this is a point of interest that we have for AU as to where price is either going to break and continue to push up to the top side, or if price is going to give us a retest to continue the trend back down to the bottom, right? So going into the 30-minute time frame, now that we know that's what we could be expecting, we had 3 days of rise, today being the 4th day. We ended up having a slight rise today as well, no problem. Right, with that, we understand that we are also trading in the 30-minute time frame. We had a higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, lower low, and then price gave us a change of character, higher high, higher low, right, into the higher high that we're in now. So we know that we're trading between this 30-minute low that. Right, we're trading between this 30-minute low and the 30-minute highs are going to be whichever highs are set up here. So at this moment, we already know AU. Before I could enter a trade here, I need to start seeing lower lows and lower highs. The fact that we're still giving higher highs and higher lows, I'm not going to be looking for any entries on AU just yet until we start seeing lower lows and lower highs. Euro AUD, we had 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, market was chopper rise, and we ended up giving a slight rise. So market is moving exactly how we wanted it to. Our 30-minute lows that we're trading, right? We know we had this break. We pretty much are still trading between these lows down here. Let's see some of these drawings real quick so we can have a clean slate. Right, so we know that we're trading between this low, and I'm gonna use the wick, the lowest candle, and I'm using the bottom of this red body of this candle. So we know we're trading between these 30-minute highs all the way at the top and these 30-minute lows. We know that EA, we are in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third push to the top side. We had a rejection, right, of the highs. We had an exhaustion candle to the highs. We had internal time frame give us higher high, higher low, higher high, and it wasn't until price gave us this lower low down here, which we could see in the 4 hour, right? It wasn't until this push that gave us that lower low. We have 2 weeks to drop, this week being the 3rd week. Could we expect that new low? The new low was already given. So at this point, it's really just a question of, are we going to respect what a lot of people are deeming as a shoulder head shoulder pattern to then continue to push down to the bottom? Or is this where price is going to give us a rejection of the lows and just continue to push to the top side, right? So at this moment, we know that we don't have any engulfing candles in the 4 hour. In the 1 hour, we don't have any engulfing candles. In the 30-minute, we have a red, green, right? We had the confirmed break of structure and the confirmed engulfing candle after we had this break over here. Did we get the pullback back into the zone? No, we haven't. So we already know that if price decides to give us a pullback back down to the bottom, this is where we could expect price to continue to push up to the top side. So EA for me, it is going to be one on my watch list for today, for the NYC session. Would love to get a pullback first. If we could get that pullback, then we know we could take those trades going back up to the top. Should be an interesting pair to keep an eye on. We also know that in V2, for that third push, we want to see price bounce off the 50 EMA, which is exactly where we're at. In the 4 hour time frame, we're below the 50 EMA, so nothing good there. And in the 30-minute, we're right on the 50 EMA as well. So this is looking good. Real good. So at this moment, I am going to turn off AU for now. EA will keep on. EURCAD, price gave us a 372 going to the top side, which is beautiful. Right, again, not what I wanted to see, because I am expecting EURCAD to give me the pushes back down to the bottom to fill these gaps up. However, as we've been saying for the last couple weeks since we've been in these zones. What's good, Muhammad? Good evening, my brother. Hope you're having a fantastic day, man. We know that EURCAD, we're in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side, right? So these uptrend pushes are good. Remember, we're looking for two things. I'm either looking for price to confirm this break of structure at the highs to then give us the pullback, or I was expecting price first to give me the pullback to then continue to push to the top side. However, whichever it gets done first is beautiful, right? But I'm not going to be looking for any entries here at these highs. I'm not going to be looking for any entries until we get that pullback. I need to see price give us this pullback first to fill this gap up before we could continue to look for these pushes to the top side. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. Until the 30-minute, we have 3 days of rise already. After 3 days of rise, I'll be expecting price to chop or drop, so we'll be waiting for it. I'm good in bed. In bed right now. I'll watch tomorrow. No problem, my brother. It'll be uploaded and posted as soon as the stream is done. Should be a quick one too, so it shouldn't be longer than 45 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm gonna go by it pretty quick. What's good, Wade? Welcome to the stream, my brother. Good evening. Hope you're having a good day, my brother. So EURCAD, I'm gonna turn this one off as well. EU is gonna be another one that I'm gonna turn off, but we'll go over it. Right, very similar to EURCAD. We're in V1. We're in the first zone consolidation, looking for the second push to the top side. In the 4-hour time frame, we have a weaker rise last week. This week, we can see that price is continuing that second week push. So this is already looking good for us, right? We had 372 that was made as well. We had 2 days of rise. Today being the third day, price gave us that third day push to the top side. So this is beautiful, right? It did exactly what we said it was gonna do. The only difference was, or it wasn't even a difference, right? We'd ask the question, oh, if we knew this was gonna happen, why didn't we take the trade? Well, there's two types of situations that's gonna happen here, right? Which we talked about yesterday in this exact pair, right? We were either going to look for price to give us a pullback into a higher low to continue into a higher high, or we were going to look for price to consolidate the way that it did here, consolidate and break these highs to continue the push to the top side. But even with this break of structure, we failed to give a retest to then continue. Price just continued the push to the top side. So it's all good. It happens. Sometimes we won't get those pullbacks that we'll be expecting, but there's nothing we could do about that. Right, and then in the 30-minute, we had higher high, higher low, and pretty much all of, I don't want to say this is higher high, higher low, higher high. All of this is part of the same trend. So for me right now, EU, we're going to let it go. This is going to be one where it's looking good, it's moving beautifully, but I'm not going to be taking any trades on this until we get a pullback. I'm out of GJ, but fuck, that was an amazing catch. I know, man. I'm telling you, if we wait for the right opportunity, if we wait for those A+ setups to develop, those are the trades we have to attack on. And again, that's why I'm super patient in the market, because I already know which trades are going to work out and which ones aren't going to work out. Right? I'm human at the end of the day. The same way we saw EURCAD, right? We knew EURCAD was going to move. There was just one other rule I wanted to follow that price didn't follow, which is why I didn't take that trade. However, price still went into profit, right? So sometimes we're not 100% right, but when we're right, we know we're right. You know, we could take those trades, step out of the room, do whatever we got to do for the rest of the day, just allow price to go in to take profit, and we're good. So, you know, trading should always be that simple. You know, we're the ones that make it difficult when we get anxious and we want to take a trade every single day. But again, not every day is a trading day. Not every day is a trading day. So, likewise, my brother. Hope you have a good night. We'll talk about that in the morning. So GA, right? Let's get through these. So GA, we know we're in V2. We're in the second zone consolidation, looking for that third push to the top side. We know we want to see price bounce off the 50 EMA, which is exactly where we're at right now in the daily time frame. No continuations in the 4-hour. Price is just moving sideways. In the 30-minute time frame, we can see that price is just moving sideways, right? Rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, the same way we did today. We had 2 days of drop. Yesterday was the second day. Today's the third day. Right, we got that new low, and then price ended up giving us a drop rise. But the fact that this is counter trending, I'm not gonna mark this as a drop rise. I'm just gonna mark this as a rise, just a simple rise. And at this moment, I'm also going to want to look for an engulfing candle. We have nothing in the daily, we have nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1, nothing in the 30. So for me right now, GA is going to be a good one to keep an eye on, but I'm not going to be interested really into trading it just yet. I'll be expecting a steeper pullback for this pair, but we'll see what price wants to do. We'll wait it out for now. GCAD. Delete some of these drawings real quick. So first and foremost, let's look at here. Since we're already here, we have another day of rise, which is perfect. We had 3 days of rise. On the 3rd day, gave us a rise no net. We already know that once we get a rise no net with the trend, price is always going to give us a 4th day variation where we have a new high. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, into the higher high. So now we know that we're trading between this higher low over here, and I'm going to use the body of this red candle and the lowest wick, and this higher high, I'm going to use that wick and the body of this green candle, right? And we know that GCAD, we are in the top of the zone of V1. We're in the second push already. Before we could continue the second push, I am wanting to see that pullback. Would love to see that pullback back into this zone. If price could give us that pullback, that's when I'll be taking the trade. If price doesn't give us this type of a pullback, then I won't be taking any trades until I start seeing a continuation. Whether the continuation is 2 months of rise, 2 weeks of rise, 2 days of rise going into the 3rd day. But I would need to see a pullback before taking any of those trades. Right, so GCAD for me as well. I'm not going to turn it off, but I'm not going to be looking for any trades. GJ is beautiful, right? It hit TP number 1. TP number 1 is, well, let's add it with this line, right? Is STP for the day, the safe take profit, right? So TP number 1 was hit. As soon as the take profit was hit, that's when we got our green candle. I already hit 80% of my profits. I already cashed out. I'm leaving 20% running. I have my stop losses in profit as well already. If price wants to complete the 372 and go low to give us a new daily low and hit yesterday's low, then perfect. But if price wants to give us a pullback and just say fuck that, we're not going to move anywhere else, hey, then it's all good. We did what we had to do today. We cashed out when we needed it to cash out. Every other trade is just more profits for us, right? It's extra cash in our pocket. So let's talk about, first and foremost, starting the daily time frame, right? Daily time frame, we know we're in peak high territory. We're still trading within the higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs, and prices pushing down still, right? In the internal time frame, we can see that price is still giving us lower low, lower high. Then price gave us a lower low, lower high. In the lower high, we go down to another internal time frame. Once we got to the lower high, what did price started doing? Lower low, lower high, lower low, and then today price gave us a lower high. We talked about this this morning, but we'll go over it again because I kind of I rewatched the stream because I said something not completely wrong, but I said it in a point where I knew what I was saying, but I was saying it incorrectly, which was, did we get, right, for those people who are watching on the stream, if you guys want to answer the question, did price give us a valid break of structure, right? Break number 1 and break number 2. Did we have any valid break of structures here on GJ? Yes or no in the chat. I'll put a poll as well in the chat if it's easier for you guys. Right? Did we have a valid break of structure on GBPJPY? During Asia session, London session, did price give a valid break of the lows or valid break of the highs? I'll give you guys about a minute here to answer the question. Just one person voted no. Okay. Alright, exactly. We did not have a valid break of structure. So this already let us know that during Asia session, we had no valid entries. We had a testing candles. During the end of Asia going into London, we already knew we did not have a valid break of structure of the highs. These were all testing candles. So what did we need to wait for? We needed to wait for a confirmation, which was in the 15-minute time frame, this 15-minute engulfing candle that we had here, right? To let us know, okay, this is where price is going to let us know what price is going to do. This is the candlestick analysis that we need to wait for. Price ended up giving us an engulfing red candle. Price was in consolidation, so we already knew, okay, we're either going to be looking for price to break below our engulfing candle, which we got the break over here, or we were going to wait for price to break above our engulfing candle at the top, the green candle. What did price do first? Consolidated, just moved sideways, rejected the highs, went right back down and broke the lows. Once we had that break, as soon as we got that retest, which happened from 9:30 to 10 a.m., that was the entry. That's the entry we took. Stop loss above the zone at 25 pips. TP number 1, beautiful, at 144 pips. That was TP number 1 for the day. Now TP number 2 is going to be the low of yesterday. If we could get 190 pips on this pair, beautiful. We already know we're in this trade. We don't want anything more, nothing less. We got exactly what we knew we were going to get. Right? So GJ right now, it's a beautiful pair. We already have 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, market must chop or rise. So I'm not expecting price to continue this downtrend push. If I start seeing price giving us higher highs and higher lows in the internal time frame, then I already know price isn't going to go up to these lows. However, if price continues this downtrend push, then we already know where our target is going to be. This is a pair where in the daily time frame, I'm expecting price to reach our daily engulfing candle down here before we could continue this push to the top side. That is something that I'm expecting price to do. So if I really want to hold this trade, which again, it might be something that I'm going to do just depending on how market structure looks. If this is a trade where I could take down all the way to the daily lows, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We already know that's going to happen. So this is a really good trade. Very, very, very nice trade for today. Can't ask for a better, can't ask for better market structure. Price action was beautiful on this trade. We know, again, I've been talking about this entry for GJ for a couple weeks now. I already know price has to reach these daily lows before we could continue this push to the top side. So we'll continue to grab some entries on GJ if it allows us to. But again, for today, going into today's trading session, going into pretty much tomorrow, so Wednesday's trading session, could we expect a pullback to happen? It could. We could be expecting a pullback to be given for today. So just keep a close eye on GJ. Very beautiful trade for those who took it. If you guys were in the stream this morning, congratulations. If you missed it, I'm sorry. But it was a very beautiful trade. So GU, we'll start speeding this up. We're almost done, only missing about like 5 pairs left. So GU, we're at the top of the zone consolidation in V1, looking for that second push to the top side. We already see that price is giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and right now price did give us the higher low. I'm sorry, the higher high, right? As we can see here in the 4-hour time frame, higher high, higher low, into the higher high. Now we still haven't gotten a clean break of these highs, so we still don't have that confirmation that price is going to continue to push to the top side. However, we do know that we're trading between this 30-minute high up here. Right, so we're trading between this 30-minute high and these 30-minute lows down here. All right, we had 3 days of rise. Today gave us another day of rise, no problem. We know that price right now is just in a continuation. So, but GU, I'm not going to be looking to trade it until I get a pullback. I'm not going to be interested in it. US30 is another one I'm not going to be interested in trading for now until we start seeing lower lows and lower highs, and we're still seeing higher highs and higher lows. Right? Well, let's take a step back on this. Right? This morning we had higher high, right? Higher low, higher high, and then price gave us a change of character, lower low. So we know that we're really trading between this lower low and this higher high up here. Now, if price decides to give us another engulfing candle somewhere here to then go short the same way we saw it on GJ, we know we could take that trade. If price decides to give us a break of structure and a retest of these lows to then continue going short, we know we could take those trades, right? Especially here that we're in a 30-minute engulfing candle. We're in a point of interest that I would love to see price continue this push to the bottom. So That's what I'm looking for on US30. Something simple, nothing too difficult. Right. So I'm either looking for price to break these lows or to just break these highs and continue. We know we had a bearish 4-hour candle, and for today, price gave us a day of drop. No continuations though, so still just waiting. Let's check in the 4-hour and the 1-hour, see if we have any engulfing candles. Nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1. We do have an exhaustion candle in the 1-hour time frame, this green candle. 30-minute time frame, nothing. 15-minute time frame, nothing. And I'm not going to go lower than that on US30. So right now, we'll just wait it out. Just wait it out. And again, you know, I don't want to bring this up on a YouTube stream, but remember, this was a zone we've been talking about for weeks. This is not nothing new. We were talking about this zone since August 1st, right? Look at the news that just came out today about the United States. You know, a lot of people are going to say that, oh, it's just a coincidence. Is it a coincidence? I don't know, man. Was COVID a coincidence? Go look at market structure when COVID hit. Go look at the market makers pattern when COVID hit. You know, but who am I, man? I'm just I'm fucking crazy. You know, we'll go on to the next one. I gotta go to a psych ward. I gotta make sure the Secret Service doesn't get on my ass. But what do I know? Again, just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. You know, they want you to believe that what's going on in real life is really going on, but 90% of that shit is just an illusion. And as soon as I entered the stock market, once I started learning about it and really understanding what the hell was going on, everything you guys see on social media is just a facade. It's an illusion to make you feel like your emotions are controlling you. You know, it's not a coincidence that all of this is happening during election years. It's not a coincidence that, you know, you have all this news. Again, for my people who live in the States, you guys know what I'm talking about the most than anybody else, right? It's not a coincidence, guys. That's all I'm going to say. USDCAD, we're in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third push to the top side. However, again, same thing we've been talking about for months on USDCAD, right? Rejecting the highs, rejecting the lows, rejecting the highs, rejecting the lows, rejecting the highs, rejecting the lows, rejecting the highs, going back to the middle and just consolidating here. Rejecting the highs again here, going back down to the bottom. Right, in this little zone of consolidation on the 4-hour time frame, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, highs, lows, rejecting highs again, rejecting lows again. So we already know that if price rejects these lows, this is where we'll see price go back up. And if this is where price wants to break these lows, then we'll continue to see price push down to the bottom. To where? Right back to the low of consolidation. Right back to the lows that we were in, you know, back in December of 2023, December 28th, right? So we already know where price wants to go. We have this shit mapped out. This is the blueprint. We have 2 weeks of drop. This week being the third week, we're expecting a new weekly low. That's exactly where we're at, right? In the 30-minute time frame, we have 2 days of drop. Today being the third day. Did we get a third day low? Absolutely. We already know what we're gonna do, guys, before the market even does it. This is years of work. This isn't something we came up with, you know, last night. Price is still giving us lower low, lower high, and lower low. So again, I'm not going to be taking any trades on USDCAD until I don't see higher highs and higher lows. I will not be taking any trades. Right? We have nothing in the 4-hour. We have nothing in the 1-hour. No engulfing candles. No engulfing candles in the 30. Engulfing's in the 15. We do have a red, red, green here, but this red does not have a top wick. Right, no top wick on this red, red, green here, so still no valid engulfing candles as of right now. So we'll wait it out. Once we start seeing higher highs and higher lows, that's when I'll start taking those trades on USDCAD. Very similar to USDZAR. Right, ZAR, we know that we're pretty much still trading between this high. It's a big zone for ZAR. They're making this shit difficult for us. Right, we had higher high, low, higher high, low. Right, then we're trading between this high and this low, and then this high broke, giving us this low and this high, then this low broke, and all of this is part of the same trend. Right, could we at one point say that, okay, this is where we had lower low, lower high, lower low, and then this is the higher high? We can, for the sake of market structure. We could say that. But if we were to say that, you know, we'll have to really put into perspective that this isn't a significant pullback on USDZAR, right? This is just all part of the same trend. All of this is part of the same trend, right? From this high all the way down to these lows are all part of the same exact trends, right? None of this is a pullback. Anything here, from here, none of these are pullbacks. All of this is just part of the same trend. So we'll wait it out. We'll see how price reacts, right? Because if we do say that this is part of lower low, lower high, lower low, then a change of character already happened. And if a change of character already happened and this is a pullback and price ends up giving us a break of these highs and gives us a break of structure, then we know we could take these trades going back up to the top side, right? And if that's what's going to happen on USDZAR, that's what's going to happen on USDCAD. So we're going to keep those two pairs very closely monitored. Gold, let's update gold real quick. So gold, we're in the peak high territory. We're still making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and we're in a higher high. So again, this is not the best place to look for a trade when you're going long. You don't want to go long in a higher high. You want to wait for that pullback to get a higher low to then continue to push to the top side, right? We have a week of rise, this week being the second week. If we get 2 weeks of rise, then again, we already know next week we'll continue to see those uptrend pushes. Let's update the 4-hour time frame. We still know that we're trading between this break gave us this low, and these highs up here. We're trading between this high. In the 30-minute time frame, we also know that we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? And now we're trading between this higher high over here, right, and these higher lows down here. So once again, we'll just wait this one out. We'll see what price wants to do. We know we have day of rise, and we had a bearish 4-hour candle. So we'll wait this one out. Bitcoin, I'm not going to update it. This one doesn't close until another hour, or it doesn't close for another hour, so we'll update this one tomorrow. But it's easy. 3 days of rise. On the third day of rise gave us a rise drop. We were expecting that fourth day variation where price gives us a new high. That's exactly what price did. And then today we're expecting a no net or a drop, and it looks like price might give us a no net. So Bitcoin is following the game plan, looking good. And then oil, we had 3 days of drop. On the third day gave us a drop rise, reset the trend. On the fourth day gave us a fourth day of variation, gave us 1 day of drop. Yesterday gave us a second day of drop again. After 2 days of drop, we're looking for the third day. Give us that third day push today as well. Gave us that new low, and it ended up on a drop. So this is where we're going to be expecting oil now to give us a pullback, right? It's either going to give us a pullback back to these highs up here, and this is where we'll make a decision again to continue to push to the downside, or price is just going to continue, break these lows, and then, you know, do what we were talking about yesterday and break these lows. Or this is where price is going to do this. So same thing that happened on the week of August 6th is the same thing I'm expecting now. I'm either looking for price to reject these lows and continue to push to the top side, or we're finally going to break these lows to continue down. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session. And we can see that GJ is already starting that push up to the top side again. So, you know, we already closed 80% of our profit where STP was at. Again, I'm not expecting price to give us a Hail Mary and continue to push back down to the bottom. I am expecting price to, you know, give us a pullback. So we'll just wait for it. We'll see what price wants to do. Any questions, guys, again, let me know. Anything you guys want me to explain again, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, once again, we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Before we go, let me go over the news for tomorrow. I gotta remember to do that shit all the time. Wednesday, no news tomorrow overnight. We have USD medium impact at 10:30 a.m. and then 2 p.m. we have FOMC. So tomorrow should be a pretty clean day. I'm not expecting anything too crazy out of the market going into tomorrow morning. We could be expecting, you know, if nothing happens overnight and nothing happens during the NYC session, you know, 8:45, 9:30, 9:45, 10 a.m., then we know the price is gonna wait for the FOMC news to hit. So we'll take advantage of that if we can. Thank you. No problem, my brother. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys in the morning. Peace out.